God has let them have a reprobate mind. So when you see all of this transgender activity, and when you see them want to make laws to protect transgender identity, and you know it is absolute and total and utter insanity, you know we've reached the reprobate mind. People can't think reasonably, which means there's no way back to sanity. There's no way back. And because it is a divine judgment on them, God doesn't interrupt the course of their thinking down this path of sexual revolution, homosexual revolution. I used to wonder what in the world the reprobate mind could be, but we're living in the middle of it. It is insane, it is irrational, it is ridiculous, and yet it is so strongly in our culture that the society and its leaders are making laws to protect the people who are absolutely insane.
Keep in mind, before we keep going forward, this is Good Morning America, one of the biggest supposed to be upscaled shows on television. Good Morning America having a drag kid on their show. Let's continue.
How you doing?
Thanks for being here. I love that you love root beer, caffeine free. I can get on board with that.
My mom doesn't like me drinking caffeine.
Does it make you hyper? Yeah, me too. They don't like when I drink caffeine either. But Jasmine, you're one of the youngest and first drag queen/kids. And I've heard
Crowd just cheering this on. This child's dad is in the audience. Guys, I don't care which way you try to cut this. This is child abuse. Child abuse that they're trying to normalize and publicize. Now you got a whole lot of kids that's going to be looking at this kid thinking that that's okay. The same kid who was talking about sniffing ketamine.
Anyone can do drag. Everyone can do drag.
Everyone can do
Your mom can do drag. What has this world come to? It's come to a world where drag kids actually exist.
And people do ketamine on a couch.
So there you seen the kid acting out sniffing ketamine, which means one or two things. He sniffed ketamine before, or he witnesses other people sniffing ketamine. This is child abuse. This is woman mockery.
I drew Desmond a little green-haired lady. It's for you. It's to bring you good luck and prosperity in your future.
And to eat iceberg lettuce.
Things that were once hidden in dark places, they are trying to uphold in the front line for the world to see now. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil. They are displaying this in front of everyone as if it's okay. They're trying to normalize it so that we'll be okay with it. However, this is child abuse. This is woman mockery. This is wickedness. This is what they think women are like. They're acting like women, they think. They're putting on costumes as women, and they want us to be okay with it. They want us to be okay with this type of stuff coming into our children's schools. And the media will blow it up as if most of the world is okay with it, when in fact they're not. The media is just evil, and this whole thing is sponsored by Disney. Don't allow them to confuse you and make you think that a lot of people are okay with this when they're not. Continue to speak out against this.
Y'all know the Wage family? Now, I don't want to spend too much time with them, but I just want to show y'all different ways people come into agreement with demonic spirits. That is Dwayne's son, who identifies as a girl. Now, I don't want people to talk bad about the boy. He's a little boy. When kids are a certain age, they are to be protected by their parents. And this, my friend, is an example of a child not being protected by their parents. Being protected is not coming into agreement with a little boy saying that he feels like he's a little girl. That is not protection. Listen to me, there are evil spirits on us from when we are babies, and those evil spirits try to influence us. So when a child is saying that they feel like there's something else, and then the parent comes into agreement with what a child says, that parent is now coming into agreement with that demonic entity that is influencing that child. Guys, this is the problem with not knowing who God is. Because as soon as that happened, that child should have got delivered. That child should have got that spirit casted out of them. But when you don't know God, you do things like come into agreement with it, thinking that you're making your child happy. Now you got a girl who thinks he's a boy and a boy who thinks he's a girl. Same kids shown kissing. Since when is it appropriate for children to just be kissing in the open like that in the first place? This just shows you how disguised evil, looking like it's good, can take morality out of a household. And like I said, let's not blame the children, you guys. But besides that, this is what I really want to get to. We are coming into agreement with letting the devil manifest more and more. We are coming into agreement with letting evil manifest more and more, to the point where the devil's not even hiding. Evil is just letting you know it's evil. We're getting to that point where evil is just that comfortable. Oh, you think I'm lying?
I don't know if I was clear the first time when I said it, so I'll be clear again this time.
Okay.
My gender is... and my pronouns are...
Guys, just like it says in the Bible, all of creation waits for the manifestation of the sons of God, meaning Jesus Christ manifesting in his saints. There is also an imitation of that, meaning the devil manifesting through people. These people who call themselves they and them, when it's only one person, who you think they talking about? Let's see who they talking about.
So Liana uses they, them pronouns and demon pronouns. So the first sentence would be, Liana is my partner, they are cute, and I am theirs. I love them very much, and I hope they love themselves too. For the demon pronouns, it would be, Liana is my partner, Deem is cute, and I belong to Deem. I love Demon very much.
Guys, listen to me. Stop coming into agreement with what your child is telling you because you think that that makes your child happy, or what anyone is telling you that goes outside of the morals of God's law. Because if it goes outside of God's law, it's demonic. The happy and the love part is demonic manipulation. It's time to wake up to truth. Love you guys.
And as you can see, my face looks different. It's because I have monkeypox.
I remember seeing like dots on my face, like pimples almost, it looked like.
I started having swollen lymph nodes, I started having a headache, I started having a fever, and I just felt overall just really lethargic and really tired.
This is one of the most painful things that I've ever dealt with in my life.
The spots first appeared on my hands and my arms, and over the course of a day, they actually progressed all over my body.
I started to see spots on me, spots on myself.
So they swabbed one lesion over here and I believe one lesion on the other side of my face, and I got the results back in 2 days and it was positive monkeypox.
I had yet to hear my result until today, Tuesday. I have seen my primary care physician who basically told me that to take Tylenol. And then my symptoms got worse. I went to the ER.
I called 311, I called the Department of Health, I called emergency rooms, I called urgent cares, and I did call my PCP. I actually was hung up on by a couple of emergency rooms.
They basically booted me out of the hospital, like kicked me out of the hospital. The doctors coming in with gas masks and full-on bodysuits, signs on my door saying this room is highly contagious, it's a high-risk room.
The pain was so severe that I could barely sleep. Whether I was standing or sitting, it didn't really make a difference. It was completely interfering with my day-to-day life.
It was akin to what I would probably consider to be like medieval torture because it was so long. It was unending.
The lesions that were on my hands, they really, really hurt. I couldn't wash dishes. I couldn't fold my clothes.
Good news. I finally got my TPOX in the mail from the County of Los Angeles Public Health Department.
So I started on the antiviral medication right away. The nurse practitioner prescribed it to me. She did say, you know, this is purely experimental and I don't know if this is going to work. You are the first patient I've ever had with this.
After only 2 days of being on TPOX, a lot of my symptoms started to improve immediately. The newer lesions that I had actually started to go back into my skin.
As you can see, one of my lesions has fallen off and I now have a hole in my face.
Applying like scarring topicals and stuff. I'm doing the best that I can to prevent scarring, but I was told that the scarring will fade, but you will forever notice.
Luckily, I'm getting towards the end of my experience with monkeypox. All of my sores started to scab over.
Wouldn't wish this on anybody.
Ain't no